News coming in from Goa after massive outrage. Goa government has finally cancelled the study tour of 6 MLAs who were headed to Brazil. The Goa government has finally scrapped this controversial junket to Brazil, according to the PTI, after severe criticism from sporting legends as well as the media. Manohar Parrikar government has decided to call off the FIFA trip that was to be undertaken by 6 MLAs from Goa. Remember, MLAs were ready to fund this trip from their own pockets this morning when questions were raised about exhausting taxpayers' money for this holiday. The Goa government has now cancelled this controversial 89 lakh rupee junket by 6 legislators who are planning to go to Brazil by the end of this month to watch the FIFA World Cup. Alright, so that's the latest coming in. Goa government now stepping in to cancel the World Cup study tour of 6 MLAs who were planning to go to Brazil. This after they had tried to brazen it out. In fact, the Chief Minister himself had tried to justify this study tour yesterday. This morning, the MLAs had said that they will fund it from their own pockets. But now a final decision coming in from Manohar Parrikar government. Let me quickly go across to our my colleague Sahil Joshi, who is joining us with the latest. Sahil, we saw Manohar Parrikar government brazen it out, then also try to wriggle out of this by suggesting that the MLAs would pay for it from their own pockets, but finally a decision to cancel this tour altogether.
Absolutely. Actually, it's because of the public outcry and what the people were thinking about the whole tour after media took up the issue. Sports Minister Ramesh Tavadkar declared that he himself will not be going on the tour, and at the same time, whoever wants to go can go on their own with their own money, but the government is completely distant themselves from the whole tour idea. The government earlier was trying to say that they are sending these people on the Brazil tour because they want to study the whole administration of the game, how the matches were organized, and they would like to organize similar kind of under 14 test matches in tournaments in Goa as well, and because of that these ministers and MLAs are going. In fact, we spoke to Antonio Furtado yesterday, who is a fisheries minister. He was saying that he himself is a football player with Tempo earlier, and he is going there because he's a football enthusiastic. He himself was a player. He had played for India, and that is the reason why he is going. But when we asked that why government's money needs to be spent on that, why public money needs to be spent on that, he had no answer for that. So finally, when the media was taking up this issue, the sports minister decided that he himself will not be going for the tour, and government has completely distanced itself. Now there will be no role to play for these people for to send any report or as a study tour. So finally it is decided that the 2 ministers and 3 MLAs who are going to Brazil for to attend this particular matches are going to be go on their own money, and the government has nothing to do with the whole tour now.
Right, Sahil, so are these MLAs now going ahead with it or not? Because as some of these MLAs spoke to us this morning, they clarified that they will now spend from their own pockets. The Goa government has clarified they are not going to spend public taxpayers' money on this. What about these individual ministers and MLAs? What are they saying? Are they going to go ahead and go for this tour on their own money?
See, earlier it was decided that 7 people, in which 3 are from 3 were the ministers, and other 4 people were are MLAs, BJP MLAs, who were supposed to go for the study tour. But now, when Ramesh Tavadkar had decided that he himself will not be going, what people are telling us is that 5 people, in which 3 MLAs and 2 ministers, will be going for this to watch the matches in Brazil. But as the government has already clarified that their going is nothing to do with the government. So if anyone wants to go in the personal capacity, the government has nothing to do with that. So finally 5 people might be going for this tour, but it is yet to be decided by themselves. And even if they go, they will go and spend from their own pockets.
All right, I believe we have one of the ministers from Goa government. We have the fisheries minister now join us on the phone line. Mr. Furtado, could you clarify for us what decision have you taken? But the Goa government, as you believe, now is saying it is not going to fund the study tour of the MLAs. Are you still going to go ahead with this tour?
Yeah, what has happened? We've not news yesterday. So we respect people's sentiment. So whatever people have to say, we respect it. So we all got together and we decided like we will not spend ex-checkers' money. So that was our final decision. So we are not going to spend any money of this fee.
All right, so you're saying you're respecting public sentiments. You have decided not to go on a public-funded junket to Brazil, but are you now still planning to go ahead with this tour?
That will decide and we'll know later.
There is no clarity on whether you will now go ahead with your study tour to Brazil, this after public outcry. But till yesterday, Mr. Furtado, your chief minister and all the ministers who were planning to go had defended this decision to go to Brazil at taxpayers' expense. What really happened? What exactly made you change your mind?
No, it's never too late to change it. So we had a get together and we decided like we will not spend it money. We won't be a burden to them.
Well, till yesterday, everybody had put out a very strong defense, including the chief minister, who said that all these ministers are going to be, taking some role in organizing events, which is why no footballer was selected to go for this study tour. Instead, ministers were chosen. And today, you are saying you respect public sentiment. Certainly, it is the public outcry which led you and your government in Goa to take this decision.
Yeah, in a way, you are right. We didn't want to come under criticism, so we decided like we will spend our money.
All right. So do you now, in the hindsight, feel that a lot of criticism came your way because of this poorly planned study tour, and you think that a mistake was made by the Goa government to give a sanction for such a tour? Mr. Furtado, do you think a mistake was made by the Goa government? All right, we'll leave it there. Goa Fisheries Minister Avatano Furtado speaking to us, saying keeping public sentiment in mind and the public outcry that was sparked after media reported how Goa government had planned to spend 6 MLAs to Brazil. They've decided now to cancel this trip. Congress spokesperson from Goa, Mr. Gurudas Kamath, is now joining us on the phone line. Mr. Kamath, the Goa government has finally cancelled the study tour of 6 MLAs to Brazil, giving in to public pressure. And the Congress party, of course, had led from the front opposing it. You had even written to the Prime Minister saying this is gross misuse of public money. But these are not isolated incidents. We do keep seeing them happen often enough, be it the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh with Azam Khan leading the study tour to European countries, or from your own party, we had seen the MLAs from Karnataka going to South America. Do you think some sort of norms need to be set as far as sending MLAs, MPs to such trips are concerned?
See, first I would like to, if they have really cancelled it, we would have welcome it. But as far as we know, past 2 years, we have seen this government working style. This is nothing a eyewash because Prime Minister Mr. Modi is visiting Goa tomorrow. This is nothing but a eyewash which has been done. And if they have cancelled it really, I think they should make the order of cancellation public. Let them make this public, the order which they have removed of scrapping this. Then only Congress party and the people of Goa will believe this, that the government has come to the pressure of public and the Congress party and they have really cancelled it. And I think couple of years back, some years back, I think then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji had, preached Raj Dharma to Mr. Modi, and I think it's now turn of Mr. Modi to preach Raj Dharma to Mr. Manohar Parrikar and not to allow him to loot the state by sending his MLAs on a junket. It's time to junk the junket. And if they have really cancelled it, they should make the order public until and unless that Congress party is not going to believe it. All
right, you're still not convinced. Gurudas Kamath, we leave it there for the moment. Congress saying the Goa government is yet to make this order public and they will not give any official reaction till such time. But as we are learning, Goa government has cancelled the World Cup study tour of 6 MLAs to Brazil, which had led to massive public outrage.